Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this tutorial, I will do something different, guys. I have done two different artworks in here, so I will divide this tutorial into two parts. The first part is making this scenery artwork in here, and the second part is drawing this scenery artwork here. So what I wanted to show you guys in both of these artwork is really simple. Most of the comment section I see a lot of you are asking how I come up with colors and how to make nice colors for your artwork. So today in this tutorial I will show you guys how I personally come up with these colors, and I'm not saying this is the correct way or right way. I just developed this one with my experience for the past couple of years, so you guys can follow this or you can implement a better version. So I'm just going to tell you guys how I come up with different colors for my artwork. But before I start today's tutorial, I wanted to talk about something else, guys. So sorry guys, if you are not new to this channel, you can straight away go to here and watch this tutorial. So this one is for especially the new subscribers, or some of them are not even subscribers, I think, who are commenting in the comment section almost every speed art video about I'm not doing tutorial, I'm just showing off my what I can do. So I'm just talking to you guys. I normally don't respond to negative comments. I mean, I don't know whether they are negative or maybe you guys really want to learn and you think I'm just showing off my skills. Please guys, go into my channel. This is my channel. We go in here, and just below in here you will see step-by-step tutorial from explanation, and here you can find all my step-by-step tutorials here. Also, if you guys go here, there is another playlist which there is a slow and real-time version of videos are there. And if you go here, I have categorized my videos into XD tutorial, Photoshop tunes and step, and After Effects and Illustrator, like this here. You can also go into my playlist and find my tutorials if you are interested. Or you can just go into my website, which is, and if you go in here, I have categorized speed art and tutorials separately. If you go to tutorials, you will have Illustrator tutorials, or you will have Photoshop tutorials, and you will have all the tutorials you want from here. And if you're only interested in speed art, you can go in here and see the speed art. But please keep in mind guys, in this channel most of the views are coming from my speed art videos, not from my tutorial videos. As you guys can see in here, even the latest video, see, this is a tutorial. It's already 6 days old, and this is these two are speed art video, and this one I just uploaded 3 days ago and 5 days ago. You can see the difference. You guys should understand I'm a YouTuber myself, and I want views, and based on views, if I got views only, I can manage to run this channel. If not, I won't be able to do this channel. I mean, to be honest guys, I mean, hope you guys understand this part. The second thing is, why do you guys think it's a show off? So for an example, if I go to this comment in here, Chet in Rio or someone like that, very normal pace with your real voice, taking on what exactly you are doing. We already know you are that good. Uploading just speed art piece will tear down your subscription watching. I don't know how he can talk for all of you guys. And if you go in here also, I don't know whether I can say these things in YouTube now, but anyway, you're also saying the same thing. And if I go here, and this one, no one can ever learn from your videos. Just very sure. Okay, yeah, so that's what I really don't understand. When an artist do a speed art video on a painting or a pencil drawing, and if he posts in YouTube, people go and watch, thousands of views, but nobody go and ask the artist all the why don't you teach us how to draw the sawing? Because everybody knows the artists achieve this by hours and hours of practice. But the same thing, when a digital artist do the same thing in a computer, why people always think like digital art mean the artist must own them? He is also doing the same thing. On my side, I already created a lot of tutorials and I already show you guys how to use most of the tools which I frequently using in my all of my videos. And it's like you can only tell people how to use a pencil, and how you going to get good at it by practice. So it's the same thing for digital art also. I can only show you guys how to use these basic tools which I already done, and all the other things are your practice. What I'm doing here is speed art, which is not showing off my skills, same as an artist doing a speed art, speed painting, or whatever you call it. Anyway, guys, so I normally don't respond to negative comments, but since these comments are getting more frequently nowadays, so that's why I want to address this issue. So guys, no matter what, I will create tutorials, and you can find my step-by-step tutorials in here. I will create Illustrator tutorials, After Effects tutorials, Adobe XD tutorials, and Adobe Photoshop tutorials. And also I will create speed art videos, and it's all based on which videos are getting viewed. So basically it's what all the YouTubers are doing, so that's what I'm doing also. So recently I've discovered these perspective 3D art videos viewed a lot, so I started doing realistic videos, something like this, and perspective videos, something like this, all those things. So hopefully you guys understand this part, and I'm not going to talk about these things anymore in the future. Maybe I need to do a Q&A one day. What do you guys think? Do you guys really want me to do a Q&A section? Then maybe I can explain more things in there other than disturbing a video like this. Anyway guys, let's go back to the tutorial and let's start from there. In this tutorial, this is a step-by-step tutorial, and in this tutorial I will show you guys how I come up with these colors in here. But keep in mind guys, I did not choose all these colors and came up with these colors. I used different colors, use gradients, and when they blend together it has created this color. In my mind these colors were not there when I started this artwork. For this tutorial I will show you how I create these colors. Then the next tutorial, actually next one, will be a speed art tutorial, speed art video for this artwork. So for this artwork I will choose exactly the same colors from here. I did not use eyedropper tool to copy these colors. Just by looking at this, and with the memory of these colors, I have created these colors in here, which you will see in my next video, part 2 of this video. When you look at this, but they are not exactly these colors, but these colors look nice. So this is how you create a new palette. So that's why every time when I create a similar artwork, I will copy the colors not from the eyedropper. By looking at it and remembering the colors, I will create a new palette. So that's how you will create a new palette from there. So hopefully you guys understood this part. This is very important. I did not come up with these colors, and I did not come up with these colors. I will show you guys how I came up with these colors in this tutorial. Then with one palette I have created a new palette just from the memory of that. So when you look at this picture for a while, you will have a nice idea. You have purple, and you have pink, and you have blue, all these colors in your mind. Then I will go in here and created some boxes based on my memory. I created this palette. So let's say if I want to create another artwork, so just by looking at this one, I will register these colors in my head. Then I will go into a new artwork. Then I will try to repeat the same colors. I will never be able to repeat exactly the same color by looking at it unless I'm a computer. But that's how, by making mistakes, small mistakes, you can come up with different colors and nice colors. After you come up with these colors, Of course, you can always edit based on your preference. You can always edit the artwork. That's not the point. So my point is how you can create new palettes just by creating something from your memory. So that's my whole point. Okay guys, hope you guys understood this part. Okay, so let's go back in here. For this artwork, let's start from the beginning. How am I going to come up with these colors? Okay, so let's start. So basically, before we start anything, our scenery is going to have just basic shape, mostly the polygon. And what I will do is I will draw rectangles like this, using the rectangle tool, maybe one big one like this, and I will have some clouds in here and maybe the sun in here. But this scenery is going to be a sunset scene, maybe in a forest area or maybe mountainous area. It is going to be a mountainous area. So before we start this scene, the first thing what I will do is, most of the time what I will do is I will just put a sketch in my sketchbook, or I just write down somewhere. Okay, so that is the process guys, nothing much, there is no secret. Then what I will do next is the most important part, is defining the colors. So for this one, what I will do is, okay, so let's say we already defined the scenery, how it's going to be, and I already have an idea in my head. I already show you the sketch. So the next thing is I'm going to uh, define the colors. So the first thing I will do is I will draw, most of the time it will be 3 or 2 based on the artwork. So for this one, 3 boxes like this. All right, and then these 3 boxes are going to be our primary colors. As I was telling you guys earlier, so we are going to define primary color based on sunset colors. So what I will do is, first I will go with the blue. So since it's going to be a sunset scenery, I will define the blue almost like purple, like a purplish blue, somewhere around here, a little bit blue. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, then we will definitely have this red color, which is almost orange. If you guys see any sunset in a beach, you will have this kind of orange color, which is almost red, maybe like this. And the other color will be the shadow, which we are going to apply for the closest mountains. So I can go with blue or maybe red. So it's all depend on the final artwork. So for now I will stick to the blue color and make it a darker tone, maybe around this one. Okay, so since our 3 primary colors are defined, what I will do is I will copy this one and make the lighter tones of this one and a darker tones of this one also. So this one will be like the neutral level, and this one will be the highlight, this one will be the shadow. So for this one I will bring it almost light, but also maybe a little bit more yellowish, because it's going to be a sunset scenery. Maybe a little bit more pink, this one. All right, and for this one it's going to be really light, almost like yellow. I think this is fine. And this one is going to be, maybe we can play with the brightness from here, maybe a little bit more lighter. And yeah, so this is going to be our lighter tone, and this is going to be our darkest. And this time it will be somewhere around here. Okay, and this one will be almost red. And this one is almost closer to black. Alright guys, so since I have already defined the colors, I will place them in here and make them smaller and just leave it like this. Okay, so the next step is drawing the scenery. As I was telling you guys, normally I will make a sketch before I start drawing, but these kind of very simple and primitive designs, I won't do sketches first. I will straight away start the design in the illustrator. So that's what I'm going to do here also, but I already give you an idea earlier how the scenery is going to look. So based on that, let's start drawing. Since we are going to use only the polygon, I will go here and make the polygon tool and click here, and let's make it 3, and let's keep a copy in here. Alright, so first thing what I will do is I will create the most visible mountain range, which is going to be like the in between and the middle one. Okay, so let's start from here. So I select this one. While pressing the alt key, I will drag, so it will make a copy. So let's make a big mountain from here like this, and maybe let's bring the width bigger. I will make one more copy, and this time I will make it smaller. Also, I'll make the width bit narrow like this. I'll make one more copy. I will place it in here, and I will make it even more bigger. Okay, right, so I think our first mountain range is done. Okay, for this one what I will do is I'm going to give a mid range, which is this color. Okay, and I will make one more copy, and I will maybe place it in here, and let's bring it bigger, maybe like this, and I'll send it to backwards. For this one I'm going to choose this color. Maybe this color is not going with our as we expected, so we will go with this color. Yeah, this look fine. So as I was saying guys, having more colors we can always play around. Also, these are not the final colors we have decided. While we can always edit these colors while we were making the artwork. Alright guys, so I will make one more copy, and this time I will make it bit bigger, and let's bring this one to the front. And this is like the closest mountain and larger one. Maybe we can cover the entire uh, area like this. Maybe bring it down a bit like that. Yeah, so this mountain will be our closest mountain range. And now what I will do is I will have a rectangle like this, and I will select this color. Let's bring this one to the front, so we are covering the entire area. I will continue to edit this one. So I select one more copy, and let's make it like a tree, and let's make it smaller and thinner. Now what I will do is I will make some copies like this, and I will make the sizes random to look like they are trees on top of the mountain. Just a random placement. There's no, I'm just putting them randomly guys. There's no plan, or there's no, you can just follow your, wherever you want to put, you can put on top of these mountains. So I will make this faster. Okay guys, so what I will do now is I will create two more mountain ranges in here, and also I will create one more on the background. Okay, so we can continue to copy from this rectangle to draw those sets, or we can also use the pen tool to draw very easily. So what I will do is I will make a anchor point in here while holding the shift key. When I hold the shift key, if you guys see here, it will go with 45-degree angles. It's 90-degree in here, 45-degree, and 0-degree. So we can easily draw straight lines like this. So I will hold this one, hold the shift key, and I'll draw one line here, and I will draw a 45-degree angle like this, and again I will draw one more line like this, again 45-degree angle. So same way I will create another mountain range like this, maybe like that. Okay, so we will come outside and we can close this one, and for this one we can apply this darker tone, keep it as it is right now. So what I will do now is I will create one more similar to this but with a random peaks. All right, so I'll draw like that. Be okay guys, so I come out, and similar to earlier one I will close this one like that, and we can bring this one to the front, this one to the front also, arrange to the front. Okay, so now we have, maybe we bring this one below, and here. Alright guys, so what I will do is I will start from here with the lighter tone. So I'll choose the lightest tone, which is this one for this, and for this one I'll choose this color, and for this one I'll choose this color, and this one I will choose this color, and this is going to be the darkest tone. So our mountain range is almost done. So I will create one box similar size to the artboard and select everything, and let's make a clipping mask. Okay, so we have this clipping mask which you can edit. For an example, here it's wrong, so you can double click and edit the rectangle size to the artboard size. Okay, all right, so next step is we are going to have the sun in here, somewhere here. So obviously the light will be this part will be lighter and this part will be darker. So we can easily do that by drawing a rectangle like this. Maybe we can create one more layer in here, bring the layer below, and just bring this rectangle to that below layer. All right, so now we are going to apply a gradient for this one as well. So this one, all, let's bring it to 100%. Okay, so let's select this one, and let's select the radial gradient, and we go to gradient, press the gradient, and let's start the gradient from here until here. And for the starting point, let's apply the lighter tone, lighter blue, and for the ending point, which is this one, let's apply the darker tone, maybe this one, and we can bring this one a bit behind like this, looking good. Since this is a fantasy alien planet, we don't need to worry too much on the colors. We can adjust the colors always later on also. And maybe, okay, so this is looking good. So I bring this one to the corner, which will look exactly like a sun, but it's a large sun. Since this is not a real planet, this may be a different planet somewhere far away. We don't need to worry too much on those things, guys. Okay, so what else we can do now? Our basic shapes are already done. So next thing is making 3D looking objects out of these mountains or landscapes. To do that, first thing what I will do is first I will define the 3D look. Maybe since the light is coming from here, we will draw like this for this one. Maybe like that. Okay, so I will just apply this red color for now. Later we can edit them. Let bring this to the front layer like this. Okay, so for this one also, let's apply the color like this, and for this one, okay guys, so let's take out these colors to these exact places. Shift Control V, Control V, and we only want the center. And for this one, I will apply the darker tone, which is this one, and Control X, Control Shift V, Control C, Control Shift V, and we only want the center portion. For this one, Control X, Control Shift V, Control C, Control V. We only want the center portion. Same for this one also. Control Shift V, we'll place it in the place. This one Control C will copy, Control V, and the overlapping portion. And for this, I will select these and I will select the darker tone, which is this one. Alright, and for this one, I will draw the shadow layer like that. And I apply the darkest tone, which is this one. Bring this one a bit like that. So this one also, I'll apply the shadow tone, which will be from here. Alright guys, okay, this is looking cool. So this is the most important step on this tutorial. Hope you guys understand this part. So now we already created the scenery with the blue color, which we have decided to go with. So now this step is to define the correct colors, which is going to be the evening sunset color, which I was talking about earlier. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go into the top layer and select this one, and let's release the clipping mask for now. So I will bring this one and keep the mask layer somewhere around here. Maybe we can have a color for this one also. Okay, just keep that one there. Okay guys, so now let's go in here and let's apply the yellow color for the sun, and actually we can make this one a little bit more whiter also. Then we will have that nice bright midtone. We have to select this one first, so select this and let's make it brighter. Alright, okay guys, this looking good. Okay, so now what I will do is I'm going to create gradient layers and place on top of each of these layers. Since there is blue and red, all these colors are there, everything when they are blend together, we will have our nice purple sky, and all the scenery will blend together nicely. I will show you guys how to do it now. Okay, first I will draw one box like this, and let's apply a gradient radial, normal typical gradient like this. We only need two colors. Now I'm going to apply from bottom to top, and for the bottom color I'm going to select this midtone, and for the top I'm going to select this red color. But for the red color I will make the opacity as 10. Okay, now I will hide the top part of this layer. Now I will draw one gradient layer exactly same as this one. Okay, I will leave this one like this. We can have a sun layer on top, or I'm just going to leave this one like this. I'm not going to work too much on this one. So I'm going into the second layer. I will lock this one, and now we'll make a box like this, and this time I'm going to place on top of this last mountain, which is this one. So I'll bring like that, and just on top of here. And for this one I'm going to bring almost halfway here, and this one let's make it 0. Alright, and let's bring this one to the corner. Alright, maybe a bit more to the top until you see halfway is covering the red color. Okay, so one more Control C and Control Shift V will place on top. Now I'm going to place on top of this mountain here. Let's bring it behind, and this time also let's bring it almost to the mountain range, maybe somewhere around here, not too much, maybe here, and this one let's make it as like 70. Alright, and now Shift Control V. This time I'm going to bring on top of this one, so I'm bringing them behind. Okay, now G, and I will bring until here, and this one let's bring this one like 30, and this one is 0, maybe a bit more like this. Okay, and Shift Control V. This time it's going to be on top of this one, and let's bring it behind, and this one let's bring this one like 30%, maybe 40%, and let's bring it almost here, and let's go into gradient, and I will bring like that. Alright guys, looking good. And now Control C and Shift Control V, this one we place on top, and this time what I will do is I will go to the make this one bigger, go to radial gradient again, and now apply on from the sun, which should be here, and I'll bring this one a bit like that. Okay, All looking good. Now I bring this one here. Let's select everything and make a clipping mask. Alright guys. So once we defined our basic design in here, we don't need all these things. We can delete them. And this one also we can delete. And if you want, you can make these colors as swatches in here, or you can just, for my case, I'm just doing this for this tutorial, so I'll just delete these also. And now for this artwork you can come up with different things, like for an example, for this one, let's have some sun effect in here. And maybe for this one I go to the gradient and I will make the color lighter, maybe a bit reddish. And from this one we can also have other fancy stuff like stars. I just go in here and make a white rectangle, and just going to draw some circles like this, small circles, just to have some stars like that. And we can make this as a radial, and this one also, let's bring it 100% white. And we have our sun, so maybe we will have some shooting stars, so let's make the line like that, and let's make it white. And maybe we go into the stroke profile and make it as something like this, and let's change it to other way around, so we will have this cool effect, something like falling down. Okay, and all of these are happening in here, this layer. So I'll go in and draw one rectangle and select all of them and make as a clipping mask. Okay guys, so I think our basic scenery is looking good, so hopefully, so that's it guys. You can play around here. Maybe we can have some birds if you want, some nice birds, all those things. And you can have these colors, maybe black color, and one more bird like this. So that's it guys. So once you come up with the scenery, you can always come up with new ideas. So guys, so after you come up with the basic idea, you just modify from there. So this is how you start with one idea and develop it. Okay guys, so I think I will stop this artwork from here. We can have more things if you want. So this is not basically a tutorial about to draw a proper scenery artwork. This is basically what I want to teach you guys in this tutorial is about how to come up with colors and color palettes so that we can use them in our artworks. So this is one of the samples as I was showing guys. I have created, to summarize it, you just come up with the artwork idea, have some colors, primary colors, and use the primary colors based on the scenario. Select some highlight and darker tones and use those tones in your artwork, like I have used in here. Highlight will go to the lighter part, the darker tone will go to the shadow part, and the mid tone will be used in other places. And most importantly, based on your light source, use gradient and create new layers which will blend with your original source layer. Then overall, all together, you will have these nice looking colors. After you're done with the artwork, you can use these colors and create your color palette in here. Number one. Number two, which I'm going to do in the second video, as I was saying earlier, you can create color palette A here, Then you can create another color palette. You come up with a similar artwork, the evening scene, same as this one, maybe a evening scene. Then just look at these colors and try to recopy the same colors, but the new palette, the new colors will become its own palette. Adjust the colors, then you will have your second palette. So this is how you come up with the color palette and modify the color palette to a new artwork. And all the time try to save your colors into swatches and reuse them from the swatches or library in here. Alright guys, so hopefully you guys learned something new from this tutorial, and the second video I will release as fast as possible, and that video is not going to be a tutorial, and that video is going to be a speed art video. And thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.